All right, so we are 7:49, and yes, the doctor's in. Dr. Abby is here. COVID hospitalizations have apparently jumped 12.1% in the most recent week, and we have seen now 9,000 cases of COVID. Join us live, Dr. Abby, to tell us more about this summer COVID wave that we are seeing here. Dr. Abby, thanks for coming in. I always appreciate you showing up here and sharing your expertise with us. What's the reason behind this spike that we've been seeing? Have we been able to pinpoint that?
So we're actually seeing that COVID may have a summer seasonality, because when we look over the last couple of years, we see that cases do spike in the summertime as well as in the fall. So it possibly has a summer seasonality. The obvious reasons would be because we're gathering. People are going to go see Barbenheimer, they are traveling, and they're spending time together. And so that's why more than likely cases are going up. And then there's waning immunity. We know that a lot of people haven't gotten their booster. A lot of people are not up to date. And so that can lead to an increase in cases as well.
What could people be doing if they are worried and they don't want to catch anything? I mean, school's about to start too, right? So you don't want to be sick for the first day.
Absolutely. So because we're going into the fall, we don't want to see this lead into that with these really high case counts. So what we're using now in general, in terms of the CDC, in terms of tracking cases, is hospitalizations. And so that's important to keep an eye on overall. And the other thing is, it's important to get updated on your vaccines, and it's important to make sure that if you're higher risk, you're taking those extra steps to protect yourself, such as masking. If you do get sick, then contact us, because you may qualify for an antiviral, but make sure that you're doing all those things that are important to limit your spread.
I think there's some people out there that are just saying, look, we still call it COVID. We've kind of gone through this. Is this just another kind of cold or allergy that's out there? What do you say to the people that kind of have that thought process? Is it just another different type of cold that we're experiencing, or are there reasons for people to be still concerned about the word COVID?
Yeah, so COVID is still here, and it does still pose a threat. It's not as risky as in the past, because we're not seeing really high levels. So when we look comparatively, last year we had over 40,000 hospitalizations around this time of year. Now it's 9,000. It's still high though. So yeah, we all do want to forget about it, but we have to remember that it does still cause severe illness, especially in people that are higher risk and have conditions that put them at risk of getting really sick from COVID. So it's important to take those steps to protect yourself. Make sure you get updated on your vaccines, and make sure that we realize that it's important to protect all of us as a community. Yeah,
and the variants, there's a new one that's out there. It's tough to keep track of them all, right? But there's a new one out there, and what is this new variant, and is it different from past variants?
Yeah, so it's actually a subvariant of Omicron. So the variants that we're seeing are still subvariants of Omicron, but the virus continues to evolve, and that's part of the reason why it still poses a threat. And we have to be mindful of the fact that it's evolving to become more contagious in a lot of cases. So there was this big spike that we saw in the UK, and that's traditionally what we see. We'll see a spike in the UK and other countries, and of course we see that the variant then becomes dominant here, and so it's changing. It's not necessarily leading to more hospitalizations. It's not necessarily more what we call pathogenic, but because more people may get infected, then you may see more people end up in the hospital. So we still need to protect ourselves. There's no reason to think that the vaccines are not going to protect you against that outcome of ending up in the hospital. And most people will have mild cases, but we need to be ready for it and keep an eye on things.
Well, and keep those tests handy. If you're not feeling good, make sure you test, because we don't want it to spread anywhere else, right?
Exactly.
Dr. Abby, thanks for coming on. Where can people learn more about you and all the great work you guys do at Sharp Steely?
So go to sharp.com. All the information that you need is right there.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Abby, for coming in. Appreciate it. All right, we will be back after a quick break.